Ignite the best in you. Tell us about what all of this is and the progression of it.
So I'm always working from the idea of, are you being your best self? Are you being who you're meant to be? That's a big question, who am I meant to be? And so a lot of times people talk about the roles they play, and I'm going, no, I'm talking about who you are, the very essence of you. So what we do is there are 4 kind of anchors here. We lead with love. In other words, love means I'm not judging. I'm giving you the space. I know my purpose. I'm defining it. I'm giving words and voice to it, which is important. I shift my mindset. I shift from the negative to the can't do, to the victim, to all that, to something that is growth. It's about growing. So there's a lot of great brain research out right now about growth mindset. We spend a lot of time there. And then what's that balance look like for me? How do I need enough downtime and quiet time? We were talking about kind of getting and stripping away the things that distract you.
Exactly.
So when you do that, you create the space to start to think deeper and broader. And so I look to lots of different teachings that are out there about how people do that, but the essence is really about courage. Do I know who I am? Do I know who my skills are? How do I embrace learning? Part of learning is unlearning. So we're conditioned a certain way to learn, and as we've learned, and this is how you behave or what you do or how you react, sometimes we have to unlearn that as part of the process and relearn a new way of approaching things. It takes a lot of courage to let
So the courage part is essential. That's like part 1.
Yeah, how do I let go?
What does that lead to next?
It leads to the idea of curiosity.
Curiosity.
So if I let go of some of these things, how do I get curious about, gee, what else could be out there? What's a different way of thinking? How could I do this differently? What might be open to me? And from there, that's when you just blow it wide open to the idea of creativity.
Yes.
How can I find all these different ways to do it? So we have one way of thinking, or we may have a few options. Usually by the time we're done, there's probably 10 different options out there. And we can combine things in a way that make it look a little interesting, or there's something there that we really sings to us. We just never thought we could do it, which kind of goes back to courage.
Goes back to courage.
Those two. So you're not always just doing this in a cycle. Bottom line is, it does finally allows us to connect. Connect with the deeper part of ourselves and connect with our communities and the people around us in a very real and authentic way.